With so many car review channels out there, it can be difficult to know which one to watch. And they're great for showing you all the functions and features of a car, but once you've got your car, how do you know how to use all of those features? Hello and welcome to my channel. My name's Dave from Fish Brothers Skoda in Swindon, and I'm here to show you how to get the very best out of your Skoda. My name is Dave, and I sell Skodas. Today I'm going to be taking you around our Škoda Superb, and this one is the SEL trim with a plug-in hybrid engine. On the SEL trim and above you have the remote keyless entry, so you can either put your hand behind the handle to unlock and against the handle to lock again, or you can walk up to the car to unlock and then walk away from it to lock. More about the remote walking to and from a little bit later in the infotainment. Depending on which engine you've gone for will depend how you open the fuel cap. If you've gone for the plug-in hybrid, you'll need to pull that there. You'll hear a chime come from the dash and your fuel cap will pop open. On the other engines, you just press on the back of the fuel cap when the car is unlocked. Just inside the fuel flap, you'll find your handy ice scraper, which also works as a tyre depth gauge if you need to check your tyres. To open the boot, you can either press and hold the boot button on the key, or you can use the kick activation by walking towards the car with the key about your person, swipe your foot underneath and stand away. On the estate, you'll have a retractable blind which closes and opens as you do the boot. If you don't want it to do that, push it down and let it go back and it will stay in that position for you. You also have handy hooks in the side which open up to secure any shopping, and if you give this lever a pull, it will fold the seat down in front. On the plug-in hybrid, underneath the boot floor here, you'll find your cables. You'll also find some handy nets. And these things here, what they do is they Velcro down. So if you've got something moving around in your boot, you can pop that down to stop it moving around as you go around the corners. Under the back of here, you'll see your inflation kit and tyre repair kit. And on this side, your tow hook wheel locking nut. If you have the plug-in hybrid, you'll find your 12-volt battery is hidden away in here. If you have the plug-in hybrid, make sure the car is unlocked and you can press there to pop the cap open for charging. You do have a key on the inside as to what that light means. A white light means it's thinking, pulsing green means it's charging, flashing green on a timer, and a solid green light means it is finished charging. And then if you want to make use of the fast charger network in public, you can pull that cap off to plug in to a supercharger. Your bonnet release catch is in the driver's footwell. Push this lever to the side to pop the bonnet open. And then on this side, you'll find your coolant and brake fluid. You'll have your engine oil there. Some of the engines have a dipstick. This one has an electronic dipstick. If you have the plug-in hybrid, you'll see the plug-in hybrid batteries in here, the high voltage batteries with the orange cables. You'll also have extra coolant here for your battery. All of the cars will have your funnel here, which just pops up to stop you spilling your windscreen wash when you're filling up, and your fuse box here. Outside of the plug-in hybrid, your standard battery will be there along with your neutral. If you do need to charge the 12-volt battery in the boot, you do have a positive terminal in the fuse box just here as well. You get the new ergo seats on the Škoda Superb, and if you have the SEL or L&K, you'll have your electrically adjustable seats with 3 memory functions there as well. You've got the backrest here. Push this one forwards and back to move forwards and back. If you use the rear half, it raises and lowers the seat. If you use the front half, it adjusts the angle of the seat. You can then adjust your lumbar support in here, and then the middle button will turn on your massage seats. Once you've got it in the perfect position, press set and the number to set it in the position that you want it to remember. Your light will automatically adapt between daytime and nighttime with the low beam and the daytime running lights. If you're driving in inclement weather and you want to turn your front and rear lights on, you can press the front button to put the poor weather light on. The mode button will then switch between auto, dipped beam, side light and off, and then the rear will turn your rear fog light on and off. Your virtual cockpit here is controlled using the right hand side of the steering wheel. If you press the right button, it will switch between the different bits of information in the middle, from your map your front assist, and driving data and e-data on the plug-in hybrid. If you press the left button, you'll change the roundels into squares. Press it again to make them disappear and again to bring them back up. If you click the roller, you'll see you can adjust the right-hand roundel information. Click and it will move to the left one where you can see more information and customize it on this side. The assist button, if you press that, that will come up with your lane assist. You can turn that off with a click of a button. Speed warning, again, can be turned off with a click of a button. And then you've got the travel assist, adaptive cruise control, and speed limiter. Click to select which one you would like. To use the travel assist, adaptive cruise control, and speed limiter, press the set button on the side of here to set your speed. You can then increase your speed in 1 mile an hour increments, or press all the way to do it in 5 mile an hour increments. Push away to cancel the cruise control, pull towards to resume. And for the cruise control and travel assist, you can change the distance between you and the vehicle in front using the rocker on the top to adjust how far or close you're following the vehicle in front. Indicators, high beam control, and windscreen wipers are all on this stalk here. You've got your windscreen wipers off, automatic with low sensitivity and high sensitivity, and then your standard low and high speed. Press the button on the side to squirt the front window. You've got the rear wiper there and push it all the way to squirt the rear window. If you push the bar away from you, it will turn your matrix lights on. Push it away again to turn them off. When your matrix lights are active, you'll see an A come on the screen in the lights. If it's white, it means that you are still either on daytime running lights or low beam. As soon as you go into a darker area where it puts the high beam on, it will then put it in blue for you. To control your gears, foot on the brake, twist forwards for drive, twist forwards again for sport when you're driving, and twist forwards again for drive to put it back into drive. Twist it all the way back to pop it into reverse. That will automatically activate your sensors and camera, and press the P button to put the car into park. At the top of the car, you've got an SOS button hidden under there. If you press that red SOS button, the car will use its own inbuilt SIM card to dial 999. The lights are touch activated, and then you have the spanner. That is your breakdown call button to call Skoda Assist, and the I button will call Skoda Help Desk for any assistance that you may need. To use the smart dials and customize them, press and hold the center one. This will come up with all the options, and you can choose 4 different options to use on the smart dials. And then you just click to choose which one you would like to use at the time, and then you use the roller to swap the information. On the driver and passenger side, click to go to your heated seats, click a second time to go to your ventilated seats, and turn to change. Your jumbo box in the middle has a wireless phone charging pad here, and then 2 USB-C ports, and then on this side 2 drinks holders, handbrake, and then a handy screen cleaner that you can use to clean your infotainment screen. If you're finding this video helpful so far, don't forget to hit the like button and click the subscribe button as well to help the channel. The new infotainment screen has been redesigned to put everything into handy folders, all of your apps. In the bottom left, you'll see you've got Laura in here. If you click Laura, Laura is your onboard voice assistant. On the right, you've got the activation, and you can activate Laura by saying, "Okay, Laura," or using the button on the left-hand side of the steering wheel. You can also set your own activation word there. You go into tips, you've got a guide here to how to use Laura and all the functions. It's well worth having a read through this one to see all the different features and functions that Laura has, changing radio stations, your air conditioning, navigation, making and receiving phone calls, etc. Under settings, you can also change the volume, taking calls without an activation word, and whether you prefer Laura to have a male or female voice. Your media is through the music here. You can set favorites in there. You've got your radio, now playing, and media, and your settings in that one. Press the phone button and search for My Skoda and the code on there to connect your phone via Bluetooth. If you have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, it will then prompt you to connect that way, and all of your apps will be in here from your phone. Your navigation is on this one, and then you have your air conditioning settings if you prefer to do it through the touchscreen. The bottom right, you'll find your home screen, and if you want to customize this, press and hold. It will enter edit mode. You can then change what information is shown in each of the areas. These 5 keys at the top are hotkeys and can be customized. To edit them, press and hold to enter edit mode, and then you can select any 5 things that you want from these 3 pages of lists. So you can have your charging, windscreen heating if you've got the winter pack on it, interior monitoring, your lighting, assist systems, E-mode, etc. On the top right, you then have the vehicle menu. And if we go into vehicle, you'll see all of your vehicle settings. There's 4 pages on the exterior, and you can swipe between each of them. Your mirrors will adjust in sync. If you adjust the right mirror, it will adjust the left mirror at the same time. And if your mirror controls are pointing to L, then the left mirror will dip when you put the car into reverse. Headlights, you can customize whether you're driving on the right or the left. Easy open is your kick activation. And then you've got your window opening and closing from the key. You go to interior, you'll see your interior lighting, intensity, driving data, and seats. Go to status, you can see when the car is due a service, make sure the tyre pressures are all okay, and reset the sensors. You can also see your oil level in here if you have the electronic dipstick. Driving data in this one. And then for the plug-in hybrid, you'll see your e-displays where you've got your electric range and energy flow. Under your assist systems, you can either have them as a view like this or as a list. Lane assist will steer you away from the curb or from the white lines if you're not indicating. You can adjust whether that has steering wheel vibration on or off. It will default to on every time you get in the car. Then your speed warning. Again, always defaulted to on as it's a safety system. You can have display and sound or just a display, and the threshold can be set at standard speed 3 miles an hour over or 5 miles an hour over, and whether you want a sound to chime every time you go from one speed zone to another. Attention monitor and drowsiness monitor, you can adjust the sensitivity of in here. Front assist on or off. The adaptive cruise control, whether that defaults to the speed limit or whether it defaults to what you have set it to, and whether it adjusts your speed based on the road layout as well. Speed limiter settings in there, whether that adjusts to the speed limit or not. Eco assist for your hybrids, whether when you take your foot off the accelerator, it starts braking for you. Side assist, your lane change system, that's blind spot detection on or off, and you can adjust the intensity of the lights. If you have a tow bar, you've got trailer detection settings in there as well. Parking, you can go into the front and rear sensors, and you've got a wide angle reversing camera on here as well. If you have a tow bar fitted, you can have this one, which will help you to line your car up with whatever you're looking to tow. Users, this is where you'll go to set yourself up as the user for your My Skoda app. Download the My Skoda app from the App Store and set yourself up with a profile, and you'll come into this section to connect your phone to the car for remote access to it. Driving profiles, you can have Eco, Normal, Sport or Individual. If you go into Individual here, you can then configure and change the dynamics of the drive. Background lighting can be customized in here, and you can either go for the presets, green, blue, orange, red, etc. Or you can go to individual to customize the colors as you wish. Sound menu for your equalize settings in there. And then under settings, you'll find your screen settings for different backgrounds, whether you want to show the clock when the infotainment's off, etc. Your connection settings if you need to add or remove devices, and then information and configuration in there. Tips and helps, a bit like an onboard manual, and then your legal information. Swipe across, you'll see the shop and service campaigns. If you've connected your phone using your app, you'll be able to access the shop to purchase additional packs for your car and extend things like the updates on the infotainment. Service campaigns will come through on there, as well as special offers. Traffication, again, need to download the app and get that installed for that one. That'll be for your live traffic updates. Any app updates will come through on here. You'll also get a little message symbol at the top here. For the plug-in hybrid, you then have charging, and you can either have it set to charge to 100% or to 80% or wherever you need it to be. It's recommended that you charge to 80% for your normal day-to-day driving, unless you know you're going to be using a lot of that power the following day. You then have your smart dials. That does the same as pressing and holding the center button shown earlier. And then unique to the plug-in hybrid, you've got whether you drive on E-mode or hybrid. And then you've got your recuperation, automatic, high or low, charging control. You can charge it, you can control it manually when the petrol engine will kick in, depending on what level your battery is at. You then have your seats, and in here, my favorite function is the massage function, and you can control the front passenger and the driver on here. Lots of different programs on here. You can find one that you like. My favorite one is the activation on the back. That one is a proper massage on the back. And you can also adjust the intensity and the duration. And then position, if you want to, you can synchronize, and then using the driver's controls, you can adjust the passenger seat. Stationary air conditioning for the plug-in hybrid. Set the temperature, and then you can set departure times. You can also do this through your app. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, pop them in the comments below. You can also come and visit us in Swindon at Fishbud Skoda, and I've got the address and contact details in the description below. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one.